math video. Today we are going to quickly talk about how to use a number bond to help us add and to help us subtract. Here is what a number bond looks like. It's made out of 3 components. Right here we have our whole. Let me change my color to green. So here we have our whole. And down here we have our 2 parts. So we have one part and then we have our second part. And these 2 parts come together. They come together to make your whole. So for example, if I have one part that is 5 and my other part is 2, what that means is that I'm solving 5 plus 2 to make my whole. And there's many different ways that I can solve this. I can use my fingers. I can put 5 fingers up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 fingers. And then I can do 2 more fingers. So I'm going to do 2 more fingers. 1, 2. And when I add my 5 fingers and my 2 fingers, so I have 5, 6, 7. What that means is that 5 fingers plus 2 more fingers gave me 5, 6, 7. So my total was 7. Therefore, 5 and 2 more gave me 7. And the awesome thing about number bond and about adding is that you can switch these 2 numbers around. So meaning I can start with 2 first and add 5 more, and my answer will still be the same. So if I started with 2 fingers, 1, 2 fingers, and I added 5 more fingers, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, I should still get 7. So here I have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. My answer was still 7. So, and my number bond, 5 plus 2 more still gave me 7. 7 was my whole, and my 2 parts were 5 and 2. We can go ahead and do another one. So, what if I had 3 and 1? So 3 and 1 are my parts. So P for part. And I have to figure out my whole. So one part is 3 and my other part is 1. I'm noticing that I'm missing my whole. I'm missing my bigger number. In order to get my bigger number, I have to add these 2 together. So if I have 3, 1, 2, 3, and I add 1 more, I can see what my answer is. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4. My whole was 4. So 3 plus 1 more gave me 4. And what can I do with these 2? I can switch them back and forth. So instead of starting with 3, I can start with 1. Then I add 3 more, which is adding, and I should still get the same answer. So if I have 1 and I add 3 more, 1, 2, 3, my total is 1, 2, 3, 4. So my answer was still the same. Now, what happens about subtracting? What would happen if I subtract? It's almost the same thing. So for example, with subtracting, you always start with your whole. You start with your larger number, your whole, and you would take away a part and you would be left with another part. So the number bond is still the same. I have my whole and my 2 parts. If my whole is 10 and one of my parts is 3, then I notice that I'm missing 1 part. So here I have 10. One of my parts was 3. So I'm missing my other part. I have to figure out that 10 minus what gives me 3. And there's many different ways that I can do it. I can start with 10. And I can keep taking away a number until I'm only left with 3. So I should only have 3 left. So I would need to take away 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. If I take away 7, I have 1, 2, 3 left. So my missing part was 7. And the great thing is that with subtracting, your parts can switch and your answer should always still be the same. So I start with my whole, which is 10. And if I take away one part, which was 3, I should also still have 7. So we're going to try it and check that. So I have 10. And I'm going to take away 3. And I have left 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. My answer was the same. The only thing that switched were my parts. And then what happens if they don't give me my whole? What if they say that I have 4 and 5, so my whole is unknown. I don't know what my whole is. And I take away a part. So if I take away 4, I should have 5 left. How would I figure this out? I don't know what my whole is, but I know that my 2 parts are 4 and 5. You can add these 2 parts together. So if I have 4, and I also have my other part, which is 5, my missing whole is 9. And we can check it. If I have 9, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and I take away 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, I am left with 5. And I can do it again. I have 9, but now I can switch it. If I have 9 and I take away 5, I am left with 4. And I want to show you one more thing before we move on with adding. What if they gave me a whole, which is 8, and one of my parts is 6? So with adding, that means that I add my 2 parts together. 2 plus what other part will give me 8? Now I have to figure out, well, I have 2. How much more do I need to make 8? Many different ways that I can use this. I can use a number line. And I start at 2. And I'm going to keep counting until I make it to 8. So I start at 2 and I add 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Wait. I stop at 8. So I'm going to check that again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I stopped at 8. And that took me 6 more until I got to 8. And I can do other things. I can draw 2 more, 2 circles, and I can keep adding until I make to 8. So I have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And when I count it, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that means that 2 plus 6 gives me 8. And I can switch these back and forth, meaning I start with 6 plus 2, and it will still give me 8. So this is how we use a number bond to help us add and to help us subtract. I'll see you for our next math video. Bye.